Brad Blakeman is going to come on MSNBC. He's going to be talking. He's the conservative here. David Corn is the representing the progressives in this discussion. David Schuster is the anchor. And Brad Blakeman is going to try to lie about the Iraq War. Here's who's not having it. David Corn. So let's watch clip number 2.
Today, Karl Rove, the architect behind George W. Bush's White House, is out with a new book. It is called Courage and Consequence: My Life as a Conservative in the Fight. Rove offers an unflinching defense of the Bush presidency, including the decision to go to war in Iraq and take out Saddam Hussein. George W. Bush, March 17th. Intelligence gathered by this and other governments leaves no doubt that the Iraq regime continues to possess and conceal some of the most lethal weapons ever devised. Dick Cheney, August 2002, simply stated there's no doubt that Saddam Hussein now has weapons of mass destruction. There's no doubt he's amassing them to use against our friends, against our allies, and against us. There was plenty of doubt, and yet Karl Rove says Bush Cheney did not lie about Iraq. What is Karl Rove doing?
Karl Rove is telling the truth. First of all, we know that Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction. He used it against the Kurds. He killed thousands of his own countrymen.
And that was 15 years before this.
At
the
time. But he had it, and he was preventing people. David, wait a second. He was preventing inspectors from coming in and inspecting the sites that the UN demanded be inspected.
No, he wasn't. The inspectors were in. Wait a second, David. Don't let that go by. Do not let that go by. Brad, that is not true.
Brad,
it's not true.
You're talking about a different time period. At the time, the inspectors were going in before the war in 2003. They could not find any evidence of weapons of mass destruction, and the intelligence community made it very clear that there was significant doubt. Dick Cheney said there was no doubt.
They were not denied access.
There are undeniable facts that Karl Rove gets wrong in this book. Why go there? Why would Karl Rove? He provides plenty of anecdotes that are interesting. His book is a fascinating book to read. But for him to say President Bush did not lie, when it's so clear, when George W. Bush says intelligence gathered by this and other governments leaves no doubt that the Iraq regime, there was plenty of doubt.
This is what he relied on from the intelligence.
George W. Bush, Dick Cheney had plenty of doubt in front of them.
Brad, the point is,
President Bush did not bring us into this war because of WMD. He brought us into the war because Saddam Hussein failed to allow inspections of the sites that the UN demanded be inspected.
You're absolutely wrong. The inspectors were in. They were in for months before the war. I'll bet you $1,000 right now. $1,000. The inspectors were there.
Take him up on it, Brad.
Come on, $1,000 in front of the MSNBC audience.
Inspectors were not there.
Come on,
inspectors were not allowed into the inspection sites that were demanded by the UN.
Take the bet. The inspectors were there. They were saying that they couldn't find evidence of nukes. They were there. Al Baradi was there releasing a report every couple of weeks. Just come on,
we'll verify this, but I think, Brad, you now owe David Corn $1,000 because the inspectors were removed because George W. Bush told them to get out. But we're going to verify this. We're going to have both of you back on, and we're going to settle this back.
Please, I could use the money.
Brad Blakeman owes David Corn $1,000.
Come on, Brad.
Oh, my favorite part of that was, I never took the bet. I didn't take the bet. I was just trying to lie on TV. Wait, I don't owe him $1,000, do I? Come on, that was great stuff, man. Of course, David Corn is right. Brad Blakeman is wrong. The inspectors were in Iraq. The people who kicked them out was not the Iraqi government. It was the U.S. government. George Bush ordered them out of Iraq before he started the bombing. And before they were ordered out, they had found absolutely no evidence of weapons of mass destruction. That's because, as we found out, there were no weapons of mass destruction. Now, gee, I wonder why Bush kicked them out of Iraq. And now, in an effort to rewrite history, those former Bush staffers come out and go, what? We didn't even do the war. Did you hear that? He said, we didn't do the war because of weapons of mass destruction. No, we did the war because Saddam kicked the inspectors out. Turning the truth exactly on its head. But I love what Corn did there. He's like, no, that's cool. Let's just make a bet. It's cool. No, just $1,000. If you're right, I'll pay you. Come on, come on. And then all of a sudden, he didn't say at the end, I didn't make the bet. See, he knows he's lying.